When is the last time that you took a minute for yourself? A minute of peace, a minute away from your phone, to actually sit with your own thoughts. Because if you think about it, with all the content we're consuming every day on social media, on our phones, when are we actually having our own thoughts? When are we actually thinking for ourselves? Or are all the thoughts that we're having, are they just from outer sources? Are they just from social media? Are the thoughts that we're having actually our thoughts? I don't think they are. I think a lot of the stuff that we're consuming is what is forming our opinions, is what is forming our thoughts, is what is manifesting into our lives. So if you're constantly consuming negative things on the internet, and you wonder why maybe you're negative on a day-to-day basis, or whether you're not happy in life, have you ever thought about cutting that social media out? Have you ever thought about sitting with yourself, maybe coming to a field like this in nature, and just taking a seat, turning the phone off, and sitting and thinking for yourself? Because that's what I've started doing. I mean, I've been doing it, I've been meditating for many years. And meditating doesn't have to be sitting with vibrational frequencies on. It doesn't have to be humming or anything like this. A simple form of meditation could be stare at this tree and just think. You know, I feel like a lot of people are overcomplicating meditation, and it doesn't need to be complicated. All that meditation is feeling your own thoughts. So you get a thought, maybe the grass is green. You feel it and you let it go. And it's as simple as that. We need to be taking a minute for ourselves in this world. We all have families, a lot of us may have children. And when do we actually take a minute for ourselves and appreciate what we have? When I was working a 9 to 5, I was constantly distracted. I was constantly drinking caffeine or smoking cigarettes to try and almost numb myself from the reality I was experiencing. So this video, although it's a short one, there's a very important message of just take a minute for yourself. Take a minute away from the phone and get out and experience the world for what it is. Because it isn't what's in these phones. This isn't the real world. The real world is here, touching some grass. As I said on my Instagram story yesterday, if you're not following me on Instagram, it's in the description. And I basically help people, anyone who's got any struggles. You know, if you don't know anything about me, if you've never watched any of my videos, I came from using drugs on a daily basis, drinking alcohol on a weekly basis, almost a daily basis at one point. And I was doing that for 6 years, constantly unsatisfied with the life I was living, constantly upset, depressed, because I knew that there was so much more to life. I knew that I could do so much more. And a lot of the time it really just comes down to structuring your day. You know, something as little as meditating and then planning your day so there's no room for error can completely turn your life around. It did for me. I'm not just saying this because that's what a lot of gurus online say nowadays. Oh, you need to meditate, you need to cold plunge. A lot of these things actually work. The last thing you want to do in the morning is jump in an ice bath, is jump in a cold shower. Well, think about it. If you do that, it's going to affect you positively, and it's going to build and instill that discipline that you need and want so bad. Anyway, I hope that helps someone. As I said, if you've never watched any of my videos, I always leave my Instagram in the description for anyone who's struggling with anything, needs a little bit of advice or anything like this, and I'm happy to jump on a call with you and just talk you through it, see if we can adjust some things in your life what will hopefully help you build the life that you actually want. We're only here on this planet once. Why live sad and unhappy? Why live underachieving when you know you're built for so much more? Guys, I appreciate you all. Appreciate all the new subscribers. And I appreciate all the likes, comments. If you've got any video ideas, any points that you want me to speak about, just be sure to drop them in the comments. Any likes and subscribes are really appreciated. Cheers, guys.